Good damn evening, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. And a couple things I want to talk about. Doing an evening edition. I had to carpool today, kind of threw off my my routine. Better late than never. A buddy of mine sent me something. And today, in case you didn't know, is George Floyd's birthday. Now, of course, you expect there to be some hoopla about that because he's such a popular figure, famous, if you want to call it, infamous in some cases. Another celebrated criminal that they're willing to burn down the country for. So today's his birthday, and as we all know, desperation is an ugly thing. Ladies, you know how a desperate guy, you can smell him a mile away and it's off-putting and sends no moisture to the lower region of your body? Same thing. It's ugly, it's off-putting, nobody likes it. But of course, they let no opportunity to exploit black folks to go unused and wasted. So of course, via his brother, who has some weird-ass name, Felonies or some shit, I don't even know. But he's coming out saying that it was his brother's birthday wish for everybody to get out there and vote. I even saw some shit, I don't know if it was on Brandon Tatum's or his wife Corinne on their Instagram feed. That girl, what's her name? Was it Megan? No, what's her name? Loso, Orzo, some shit. One of these pop starlets out here. Lizzo. Yeah, Lizzo. I was getting confused with the girl got shot in the foot twice. Lizzo, she's out there twerking in a fucking Uncle Sam hat, getting people to vote. This shit is sad. This shit is disgusting. And it's pathetic. So George Floyd's birthday wish was for everybody to get out there and fucking vote. And it says that his brothers and sisters are going to be out and about in force registering people to vote. I just have one question. Actually, I have a lot of questions, but just one I want to focus on in particular. What in the entire fuck does George Floyd have to do with voting? Like, who are you convincing to vote with, oh shit, this was George Floyd's birthday wish? Oh, if he was here to blow out the candles, this is what he would ask for? Oh man, I better, you just changed my mind. I got family and friends and shit telling me my whole life, get out there and vote, don't waste it, use your voice. But George Floyd's birthday, man, that's the tipping point. That's what did it for me. That was the straw that broke the camel's back in a good way. What is it with these fools, these desperate fools, these kings and queens of desperation to use somebody's dying wish? They did the same thing with Ruth Bader Ginsburg. That was her dying wish. The Grim Reaper's tapping you on the shoulder. You're walking into the light. You're going over your life in your mind, or whatever happens when you die. That's a major event. I'm sure you're focused. But what you think of before you die is, come close. Fuck the kids and the family. I don't even care. Look, check this out. Don't fill my seat until after the election. Get the That was her dying wish, and this is this man's birthday wish. This shit is sad. Forget it. We're sinking the USS Pander. All aboard the USS Desperation. Ooh. What the fuck? I'll put a link in the description box. Check out the article for yourself, all right? So, another thing I want to touch on again, Amy Coney Barrett going through her confirmation hearing. And I want to focus on something that Cory Assaulticus Booker asked her. Now, this was a stupid question to ask any average, everyday person because most people don't believe in fucking white supremacy. Okay, let's focus in more specifically on white people since they would be the main proprietors of white supremacy. So, that would be a stupid question to ask any white person because 99.99% of them, that shit is ridiculous. Come on. That's just fucking dumb. If they think you're a piece of shit, it's probably because you're a piece of shit, not because of what color you are. So, he asked this woman, not only is she a white person in America, and chances are she's not racist, off the top, you are going to ask a woman who has 2 black kids. Now hold on. I know a lot of shit has happened in 2020, but are you telling me this year is so fucked up that white supremacists are forgetting how to be white supremacists? Or is this the long con? Did she adopt these kids just to one day when they turn 18 say, ha ha ha, fuck you, I'm sending you back to Haiti. Ha 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 ha, white power. Is that what you're telling me? This woman has not 1, but 2 black kids. Dose. She has 2 black kids. She's so racist. She believes so much in white supremacy that she had 5 white kids and said, you know what? I want to get 2 more. I don't want to make them. I want to be kind. I want to save some kids. I want to rescue some children from bad situations. Let me go out here and get 2 black kids from Haiti. If she's a white supremacist, if she believes in it, she's got it all fucked up. So he asked this woman, I'm going to ask you right now, his fucking eyeballs like this, I'm going to ask you right now, and I expect you to answer this quickly and unequivocally. Do you denounce white supremacy? And the look on this woman's face was like, oh, yeah, you fucking dummy. Yeah, you idiot. Yeah, Mr. Oh, I live in Newark. Remember his campaign ad? Hey, yo, what's up? Man, get the fuck out of here. You know, as soon as they yelled, all right, cut, Cory was like, get this suit off of me and get me away from these poor Negroes. You're going to sit there and not only ask an average, everyday white American, but you're going to ask one who adopted 2 black kids. That shit is so stupid. What a waste of fucking time. And then after she answers him, well, of course, yeah, of course. Like, the fuck am I doing here? Who's running this political popsicle stand? After he asks her that and she answers it with just the look of, you've got to be the dumbest motherfucker ever on her face, he says, well, I wish our president would do the same thing and denounce it so unequivocally, even though he's been doing it since 2016, you dummy. Aren't you on some Senate Security Council or something? You have access to Google, right? Probably a Google we don't even know exists. So you can go back and see the clips of Trump saying, let me say this right now, no question, I denounce white supremacy, the Klan, Nazis, all that bullshit, even though I shouldn't have to. He did it multiple times. But it doesn't fit their narrative, so they just can't hear it. Like when you tell your kids to do something, they don't hear that shit. You whisper, you want some candy? And they're like fucking meerkats popping up on the Serengeti. What a fucking waste of time. You guys do realize that this is a seat for the Supreme Court justice. A lifetime position, lifelong, until she dies. And you're asking her, does she denounce white supremacy? They're not serious because they're not tackling the big issues. That's how we know they're not serious. Who gives a fuck how this woman feels about white supremacy? And do you think if she really was a white supremacist, minus the 2 black kids, you think she's going to sit up there in front of you guys and say, you know what? I'm glad you asked that. Yeah, I am a white supremacist. I can't stand you colored people. You think she would say that? I expect you to answer this quickly, but man, go home. You're not serious. When you're ready to ask real hard-hitting questions for such an important position that could possibly shape our country, then you can come back. But for right now, you're excused. Go home. Go home and crack a book, you dummy. Anyway, let's end this on a good note, shall we? Real quick. So my mother-in-law, she has a Shih Tzu. So I'm driving my son to his surf class the other day, and he says, he's sitting in the back and he goes, Daddy, what's a Shih Tzu? And I was like, what? Wait a minute, what? I turned the music down. I was like, what's a what? He's all, what's a Shih Tzu? I said, I don't know. What do you mean? He said, like, grandma's dog. I said, oh, that's a Shih Tzu. I was like, it's called a Shih Tzu. He's like, Daddy, I can't say that. So I was like, okay, man. I didn't want to tell him, no, you could say Shih Tzu, because I didn't want to blur that line between when he can and can't say shit. Because I know it's the next time he thinks of it, he's going to say shit. Oh, but you said I meant Shih Tzu. You know what I'm saying? But that shit was so funny. He's what, 4.5? And he's like, Daddy, I can't say that. Even with your permission, I'm not stepping in that trap. Kids are the best, man. They're the best. If you have the opportunity, have some, love them. But make sure you get married first. But children are the absolute greatest thing this world has to offer. The innocence. Everything is so black and white with kids. Everything you teach your kids isn't, all right, son, daughter, have a seat, get your notepad. This, and this. Some things are lessons like that. But some things, they're like new cell phones. They come with some apps already on them that you didn't put there. They just come with it. Like also the other day, he goes, Daddy, I saw a commercial the other day with 2 boys kissing. That was gross. I never sat my son down and said, boys kiss girls and girls kiss boys and boys are bad and girls are bad. He's only 4.5. I'm not hitting him with no heavy shit like that yet. But he was just like, ew, that's gross, because to them, boys and girls, they come with certain things. It just trips me out when my kids say some things where I didn't teach them that. We didn't sit them down and teach them. They just know that they know that something ain't right here. You know what I mean? This isn't what I'm used to. I didn't ask him about it. Like I said, I don't sit him down and tell him stuff like that. He's too young. But some kids, what they see is what they expect. And when they see something that's not the norm in their mind or what they usually see, they're perplexed by it, which further proves that we should not be teaching our kids stuff like that. There's too much of them. Those waters are too deep. They're not ready. They're too innocent for that. Let's protect their innocence, because believe me, as we all know, in time, life will take that innocence away and it is never to be seen again. And I won't be seen again until tomorrow. Now let me get in here with my beautiful wife and kids. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit liberal cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.